Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we are in Monster Hunter Wilds, because I did say a while ago that I was gonna make a video about this game, and so well, here we are. I'm level 335, which is like not crazy, but like I've spent a couple hundred hours in this game, and yeah, I've pretty much perfected my build to the point that I just can do whatever I want with this build, as long as it's like any of the 9-star and below monsters. Like anything of that caliber can be done quite easily with this build, and I mean, it works for me. You may have to change some little things here and there, but this is my comfy charge blade build, so yeah, let's just see how it works. Alright, starting with the weapon itself, you do want a Gogma Artian weapon, and that's because that is the best charge blade you can make. I am using Dragon because it's pretty much the best element against kind of everything. You may not deal the best amount of damage, the highest amount of damage, but if you want, you can of course get multiple charge blades with different elements. That's gonna completely be up to you. As for the set bonus, I do recommend the Gogma Apocalypse. You can do something else if you want. This is the build I'm using though, which is my comfy build, so I'm using the 4-piece Gogma Apocalypse. I have on my weapon, and then I have 3 more pieces as my armor, and that just gives me the Gogma Shield plus the Gogma attack, and that's great and amazing because if I take a hit, I just don't die because I have a massive shield, although this shield only activates when, well, when the monster is enraged, so a little bit annoying, but it works, and it will save you in many situations. Now, what I'm also using is the Gogmasius Helm, and this is a little bit annoying to get because you do need a Gogma Gem. Other than that, pretty good. It gives you the Zushia Pulse as the secondary set, and that's great because we can pair that with Zushia's arms, and that way we get a 2-piece set, and the 2-piece set will allow you to just heal a little bit, which I find pretty cool. Right here, you gain some more HP just by attacking. You know, it's very nice, it's very convenient, very comfy. Once again, that's the focus of the build. So you're just gonna have some passive healing plus the Gogma Shield. Pretty good overall. Okay. And on top of that, I am also going to use the Ebony 2-piece set, and this will increase pretty much the amount of burst stacks I can get, and that just means I gain more damage just by attacking. And if you are in Savage Axe mode with your charge blade, you're just gonna get this buff like pretty much immediately, and it lasts long enough for you to just keep refreshing it. It's just free damage. It's just free damage, and that's what we like. So yeah, to recap, you want the Gogma Helm, Gogma Waist, and Gogma Legs, and then I went for Ebony Mail for the 2-piece Ebony Odogaron's Power for the damage bonus, and the Zushia's arms. What you can also do is go for the 2-piece Gravius Protection, and that will give you more damage reduction when you are full HP, and you're gonna be full HP a lot, because, well, you first of all have the Gogma Shield, and then you have the passive healing, and on top of that, you can have like your support hunter healing you, your Palico, whatever. You know, it's gonna be quite convenient for anything. Once again, 9 stars and below. So yeah, there's pretty much that. For the talisman, I recommend anything that can free some of your jewel slots, and for that reason I got this one, which is not the best, but I get offensive guard, which is just more attack after doing a perfect guard, which if you're using a charge blade is it's kind of the focus. You kind of wanna get good at doing that to make the flow of the game a bit better. And so yeah, offensive guard is pretty good, and flinch free, not like very important, but it's nice to have. I do recommend if you can get the like Divine Blessing or like guard up. All of those are also pretty good. Any of the stamina, or like all the other cool things you can get, whatever it is, as long as you have the 3 slots over here. Now, for the jewels, this is what I'm using. I'm not gonna go through exactly everything, but the most important things for my comfy build are going to be the earplugs. You want the 3-piece earplugs, And that's just gonna make your life so easy, because the monster is gonna roar and you're not gonna care, and that's great. And you can still perfect parry the roar if you want, even with earplugs, so pretty convenient. As for like fire resistance or whatever, you can change this for the monster you're fighting. I am using fire resistance specifically because it was the one I had the least amount of, so I tried to fix that. So I have all my resistances in the positive, but my dragon. So that's a little bit sad, but it's not the big of an issue once again. Massive shield, HP regen, all the cool stuff. And let's not forget, you're using a weapon with a shield, so you're not really gonna take that much damage if you're playing correctly. Then I'm going for more dragon attack, rapid morph, which is something I can never remove from my builds anymore because it's so convenient to have. Then load shells, also very convenient to have because it makes it so you can charge your files so much faster, and it's, oh my god, it's so good. And then I have 1 pointing guard and 1 pointing guard up, so you can parry everything and not completely delete your stamina bar. Very convenient. I do recommend going for at least one of each, especially if you can get it as like a secondary stat on your jewels. Then peak performance and agitator are pretty much for free because that comes from our armor, and it makes it so we have more attack when at full HP and more attack when the monster is enraged, which is gonna be when we can deal the most amount of damage. So yeah, you need to be a little bit careful about not that much, and to make that not that much kind of zero, you are also gonna use Divine Blessing level 3, and that way we just cannot die. I mean, unless you like take a one-shot hit like Cook Masius Nova or whatever, you know, all the one-shots are gonna still be one-shots. For anything else, Divine Blessing is gonna save your ass most of the time. It's convenient to have, once again, comfy build. And then we have Elemental Absorption for even more dragon damage, and yeah, the Burst for more attack, Part Breaker because I had this slot that I didn't know what to use for, and so I went for Part Breaker because I can destroy parts faster with the Charge Blade. It's kind of difficult in some situations, so it's nice to have. And yeah, then we have a Shock Absorber because if you're playing with friends, you do need Shock Absorber. Oh my god, it's so important to have a Shock Absorber. Please use it. It is not worth not using it. Now for the items, I have some recommendations. If you don't care, you can skip and use whatever you want. This is what I am running. You don't need this. You don't need it, but it's fun to use sometimes. You don't need it, but it's funny. Now, for everything else, you do kind of want the Mega Demon Dragon and Armor Skin. They will make your life so much easier. They're not that hard to farm, especially now that you can like buy them from multiple places, get the materials from multiple places. It's quite easy. Then you want your bombs. I also have like all the things that you need to like remove frost, to remove any effect, all of that. Quite nice to have. Don't forget your rations, your healing potions, all the stuff you may need. I am also carrying traps and trunk bombs if I am like in a situation where, let's say, one of my teammates is on the last death, so we do need to finish the mission without wasting like 10-15 minutes. You know, you just trunk the monster into a trap and yeah, you just avoid having to do the mission again. And yeah, then all the other consumables you want, like your flash pods, dunk pods, whatever. It's this is the base. Let's say this is like all you need for pretty much any hunt that is not one of the harder ones. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, so that's pretty much the whole build, so let's now go kill something. I'm gonna fight a 7-star monster. I think that's kind of alright, nothing too difficult, nothing too easy. And I mean, I'm also a little bit rusty, but I just fought a 9-star Tempered Gormagala, and I did that in like 20 minutes, even after not playing for like a couple of months with this build. So yeah, I think it's gonna be fine. And you know what? I'm also gonna share what I use as my my support hunters, because in my opinion these are not exactly the best, but like they're very convenient to have. I do especially recommend Alessa and Kai. Alessa will heal you and get a lot of the aggro, and Kai will give you all the buffs in the game, which is quite nice. The annoying thing is that Kai really likes mounting monsters. And that can be a little annoying, But other than that, you can deactivate this option if you want. And for the third option, I am using Night Mist, but you can go for Mina, you can go for Olivia. If it's like a monster you can stun, she can do that quite consistently. Or you can go for Nadia, she's also a great damage dealer. So yeah, any of the other hunters, I don't really use them that much, but I've used these a lot, and they are quite good to have. Now, reminder that if you use your support hunters, you won't have your Palico, so choose which one you like the most, and yeah, that's gonna be it. Alright, let's go fight this MHWild in the Wounded Hollow, and yeah, let's have some fun. Alright, we are here. Let's jump on our dumb lizard. Yeah, let's go say hi to the MHWild. Now, I do already have my armor skins and mega demon drugs active, so I'm not gonna refresh them. As for like food buffs and stuff, you can go with a bunch of things. I'm so rusty, man. I'm so goddamn rusty. And yeah, like there's options you can use. I do like the one that gives you like an additional chance of carving because it can proc multiple times. Very convenient, very nice to have, but you can use any of the buffs, honestly. Like for anything that's not like a 9-star, any of the food buffs will be fine. And like in this case, it's a little 7-star MHWild. I think this one specifically was even like a small one, but I might be wrong with that. Anyway, let's get this done. It's gonna take like around 10 minutes, I guess, if he stops doing whatever he's doing. Okay. Okay, he's down. That is a bit concerning. But he's at 7 stars, it makes sense. I've not been able to get any wound or any perfect parry because I am so rusty. But there we go, one right now. In the head. There we go. Just removing that black tooth you had over there. No, you're not gonna do whatever you're doing. And once again, this is a very aggressive build because you have so much defense you don't really care about what the monster is doing. You just want to go into his face and keep attacking. You can get the aggro most of the time, especially if you're playing in co-op. So mind what you're fighting, learn the pattern of the monster, and yeah, just delete them. You're gonna have fun because they don't really deal that much damage, and you have enough to pretty much do whatever you want. And there's Kai just mounting the monster because he just really likes it. I don't understand why, and I don't, because then the monster takes less damage and he stays on top of the monster for like 5 minutes. They're just gonna do this real quick. Gotta start hitting the tail, although I've seen that it's quite hard on Third Blade to cut bursts most of the time, unless you like specifically built for it. You know what, you are being quite cooperative, Mr. MHWild, so I'm gonna just wait for you to do your thing. Way too late. And I mean, like, you can just sharpen and whatever on your secret, you know, it's... This game is so nice, this game is so beautiful, it is so much better than World in my opinion. Not like because I don't like World, I just think the combat in here is so much better thanks to the simple fact that you have access to aiming where you're attacking at and what you're attacking at. And this literally changed the opinion I had on like Monster Hunter games, because I was not able to have fun in Monster Hunter World when aiming was just not a thing, and unless like you use the mod or stuff like that, which I didn't really like using mods for games like this because they're so well like thought. There's so much love put into the monsters. You can see like these monsters having like so much uniqueness to them. Their attack pattern feels special. That was a perfect parry, thank you very much. I'm gonna get that wound as well. Oh no. There we go. Yeah, I just don't really like using mods. There are like a ton of mods for like seeing how much HP the monster has and like how much damage you're dealing and all that. I just don't use it. because you can see from how the monster is attacking, how they're doing and whatnot. You can see, you can feel more like how much HP they have left. And no, I'm so gonna take the hit. Yep. Oh, there we go. And this is another thing I love with with this game and shield weapons, because you have the power clashes, man. The power clashes are so goddamn cool. Let's see if I can do a discharge into his ass. Oh, he even got down. All right, thank you, probably Alessa. Yeah, this just feels good. This just feels good. This just feels right. This is what Charge Blade was always supposed to be. And it just works. It just works so well. I mean, for me at least. You can change this to your preferences, have different like jewels on it, have different other things. Just a, you know, whatever. I didn't even know that I was fighting this monster, and that's a 7-star. Not the most difficult monster and whatnot. But you know, this was so easy. It was just me turning off brain, pressing left click. For like grinding everyday stuff, I think this is pretty good. I think this is what this should be. So yeah, thanks Mr. MHWilds for your sacrifice. And we're gonna just go back to camp and get the loot. Yeah, actually got nothing important said. But yeah, 5 minutes, 7-star monster with support hunters, which I mean, they help a lot. If you don't want to use them and use a Palico instead, it might take longer, it might take less. I'm not really sure, because I just use them all the time. They really do make the game a lot more enjoyable, especially if you don't really want to like try hard too much, which is, you know, preference. Anybody who wants to do that is allowed. I just really enjoy a more casual approach these days. I've tried going full on meta and stuff like that, and it works. It is fun as well. Seeing big numbers is cool. But I only use the meta builds for like specific content, like 10 stars and above, and Gogmasius, Omega, you know, all the other fun monsters. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you enjoyed this new game for the channel. I mean, I really like this game. I have like, once again, a couple 100 hours in it. I've had so much fun. I'm just waiting for the new expansion whenever that comes, because there's still stuff I haven't done, like Proof of a Hero and a bunch of the 10 stars. But other than that, like, you know, it's still gonna be whatever. I might try that before the DLC releases, whenever that happens, because I do need to get back into the game and, well, not be this rusty, because 5 minutes for a 7-star, Jesus Christ. But yeah, very fun game, highly recommend. If you want to try something else that is not Warframe, because Warframe right now is a little bit dry on content, definitely give this game a try. You can probably find it on discount somewhere. It's worth it. It's actually a cool game, and if you have friends, definitely play with friends. It's gonna be so much fun. But yeah, that's pretty much all for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching till the end. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of the day, and bye-bye.